And we're live.
Carrie's the first one in.
Carrie, if you're first one, you're supposed to say first. Hello, April. Brenda's here. Jennifer Lopez is here. Shelly's here. They're all filing in.
Hey, Jen, how's that new puppy? Hello, hello, hello. Hit that thumbs up, guys, while you're coming in. How is our sound tonight?
Brenda loves her metallics.
Oh, good. Yeah, I'm really digging that chestnut bronze. And the gold.
Jen says, big, dumb, and happy. Love big, dumb, and happy. And sloppy.
Yeah, you like slobber. Okay, it sounds good. So we had to take our kitty to the vet today. He's got a bum leg, and they would not do an x-ray because they have to sedate him, and they can't sedate him unless he's got an empty stomach. So back to the vet we go on Thursday. So we'll see what happens. He's limping, but he doesn't act like he's in pain at all. So all I know is cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. It's time to get pet insurance if I get another animal.
We need improved insurance for ourselves, let alone pet insurance.
He was so funny, though. He was like, let me out of this carrier. So we let him out. He wanted to jump down off the vet table, and I was like, no. So after she came in and she took him and weighed him, brought him back, and then she did the thermometer up the butt, and he could not wait to get back into that carrier.
Describe the look on his face.
His eyes were about as big as a pug's eyes, looking at me like, why? So if I take him back Thursday for x-rays, he's going to have to go in Wednesday night and spend the night because I can't keep him from eating anything. He's an outdoor cat, and to keep him in the house is just pure torture on us. So he'll be screaming all night.
Sorry to hear that, Shelly. Giselle.
That's what I'm afraid of, Shelly, because he's got bumps, and one of them is by that leg. And the vet said to me today, he says, I don't like the feel of these. So I did discuss with him about, if he's down sedated for the x-rays, if they could read them really quick and let me know what's going on so I can make the decision while he's already sleeping. But I think he's 14. We couldn't remember when we got him. I want to say we got him in 2006, but Jake said 2005, so I'm not sure. I'd have to go back and look at old pictures from dates and stuff. But anywho, hey Tammy, long time no see. So thanks everybody for joining us tonight. On the screen our last 4 of last week's paintings. We did 5 last week. So Alan's going to give you a peek how they dried.
First one was my injection into the cup, and then a flip cup. Came out pretty good.
I can't believe how many more cells you got in that after it sat.
This area here was just predominantly white. I went back and watched the video, and It's amazing what has come up through the white while it's
that's really
dried.
It's really pretty.
And she was a good girl. She put the date on the back.
I've been very good about putting the dates or the video numbers on the back.
Explain why.
Because when we varnish paintings, when we go to take the tape off, it's either him or I running back and forth to the computer to put the video number on. So this way it's already on the back.
So which one did you do first? This one?
No, I think I did the cloud pour first.
Okay, so let's pull this one out. Look at this, guys. She used red.
I really like the way that dried too.
Hello, Mylene. Glad you could join us. And then there was this.
I haven't touched this yet, but I've got 3 ideas for this, so I have to keep pondering. Maybe by next week I might be able to play with that.
It's amazing what a balloon can do to a disastrous strainer pour. Color choices were poor on my part. That's all I can say.
We had ice cream cake tonight. Tonight is my son's birthday, so we had a Butterfinger ice cream cake, wasn't it? It was yummy.
So thank you all for whoever suggested the balloon.
It was all in that nipple.
Brian's balloon.
Yeah.
And then there was this. What would you like?
That's a paint kiss. Paint kiss on black. Oh no, Carrie. Hope nobody ever says that about my wedding cakes.
What's that?
She said it was the worst cake she's ever put in her mouth. And then we had our big 16 by 20 oval. Nancy wants to know if you can give any hints about bottle washing.
Yeah. hot water. Hot soapy water in the first bucket. A second bucket of soapy water or tub or whatever you use.
Right, because you get most of the paint out in the first bucket.
Right. And then a very hot third bucket to just rinse and...
Don't you rinse twice too?
Well, I rinse them in the first hot bucket. I wash them in the first hot bucket. I kind of get what I miss in the second one. The key is the hot water and changing... Dawn
dish soap.
I use Palmolive too. That works too. Mm-hmm. And patience. So this one here, it's a 16 by 20.
That peridot is very prominent in that painting. So those were the 5 that we did last week. This week we're only going to do 4.
Yeah.
Because the racks are starting to fill up.
Oh, we got the racks. Questions do you have?
Do I what?
Room to store.
We have enough room for 4 tonight.
Well, if we're only doing 4, that means I can go real slow.
Why change now? I mixed paint today. I have a few paint orders. And I mix extra so that I always get that one person that orders right after I'm done mixing. And then I'm like, ah.
See Shelly. Shelly's like, no. Shelly. I'm just methodical.
Hey, Nate. Hey, Crystal. We are very limited on base paint tonight because I'm very limited on Floetrol right now.
Ask her how many I bought last.
Oh my gosh.
Week.
We've bought like 10 in the past 2 weeks, haven't we?
At least.
At least 10.
And we had a couple here.
I have 1 gallon left.
1 gallon.
1 gallon.
Let's just say she wasn't sharing very nicely with our Home Depot, our local Home Depot Floetrol supplier. We took all 8.
Yeah, we did. We took all 8.
We were bad.
Well, you took 4 and you said they have 4 more. So I said go back and get 4 more because I went through 3 right like that. Oh, that's awesome, Carrie. I wish I could get my kids to come out here and paint with me. I would love to see what they would make. No interest, though.
So we're going to go with a couple of different bases tonight. Color choice is going to be the key with the gray.
Right. So we already know that blue looks beautiful on gray. So does yellow. So does purple.
And so do... What?
I'm sure reds would look fine on gray too, Alan.
No. We want to try to use up a couple colors.
I did buy Alan a grinder. When did I get that for you? Saturday? Friday? Saturday?
Last week.
He didn't get to play with it this weekend, though. It was like 90 degrees here this weekend. It was hot.
Hot is not the word. Mowing the lawn was not fun on Sunday. And
Oh, no, Maria. Should buy a new refrigerator. Brenda, Dragon Flash is on Amazon. I think I have it in my Amazon shop. Unless it's out. Jen's having a hard time seeing us because there's a big fat dog head in the way. So we finally put in our new kitchen faucet that I bought, 3 months ago? 4 months ago? So I ended up cleaning out underneath the sink, and I was like, well, while I have all this out of here, of course, that was probably the method to my madness.
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
I was like, why don't we put that faucet in? It wasn't as bad as we thought it was going to be. It was pretty easy. We watched a YouTube video on that brand or on that model, and we were doing it right, so we were good.
No leaks. And she says I'm not handy.
Well, I was there supervising. I had faith in you. I wasn't going to crawl under there.
You were stupidvising, right?
Sure. Is that what you want me to say? It's pretty much like the same one we had, except ours, the handle on ours actually kept falling off, and I tried gluing it so it wouldn't fall off, but that didn't work either. So I did promise him that we are going to spend a weekend doing the shed as soon as it cools down. We need to finish painting the outside door and putting everything away that we threw in there, boxes of stuff from last year that we haven't touched yet. So Lots of work to do in the fall.
Green or purple? It's like a dark purple.
Use the morning pansy, honey, right in front of you. On the table.
Yeah.
That's dioxazine violet. And some other stuff.
Okay, so what I'm going to do...
Why green? That's all right. Go ahead and do your thing. This is a stretched canvas. You want to show the canvas? We tape off the backs and put our push pins in and spray them so they're nice and tight.
Could be a drum,
Mm-hmm.
if you wanted to.
Carrie, girl, I spent 45 minutes in the bathroom this morning trimming an inch off the back of my hair. Now my hair is down in the middle of my back. And I've been wanting to get it cut, but I just don't. I'm too scared.
And she wanted me to take 3 inches off of it.
I did, but I took 1.5 inches.
3 inches is like that long, isn't it?
No, yeah, in your book it is. I had him take 1 inch off my hair one time. Did I say I wanted 1/2 inch off the back of my hair, and he took like 3 inches? I cried.
Don't cry over spilled paint.
I do want to get my hair cut. I'm a hairdresser as well. I've been a hairdresser for 38 years.
Shh, you're giving away.
A long time.
You're giving away your secrets.
But I can't find anybody that knows how to cut my hair. The only person that ever cut my hair well enough was my sister-in-law, who lives in New York.
This doesn't say much for me.
No. I would love to get a really crazy bob cut into my hair, a choppy bob, but my hair is so thin. Yes, this is the last month to sponsor the channel before the giveaway. Brian says he can cut my hair. His dad was a barber. I know, Kristen, you know what? It's like, I could ask Kristen. Maybe she would cut it. I have to run a picture by you, Kristen, so you can see if my hair's too thin for the style that I want. You would be a good one to ask. I've had so many bad haircuts since we moved down here. It's not even funny. That's why I just let my hair grow.
Can't blame me.
I can't put layers in it. It's too thin. When I was taking care of TJ, I went and got my hair cut because I hadn't been out of the house in like 3 months. And it was pretty long then, wasn't it? Almost past my shoulders. And I came home with a pixie. And I walked in the door, and Ellen and TJ both started laughing. I'm like, I know, I look like a dude. I don't think I've had it cut since, have I?
Just what you've trimmed off.
My head was so cold. That was February. I think I was cold until July. I put my hood up on my hoodie every day.
I sprayed my cup, WD-40 silicone lubricant.
Thanks, Dina.
Everybody's supposed to say, yay, he remembered.
Yeah, that you sprayed. When he gets done with his painting, I'll show you guys that cradle board, how nice it dried. I should pull the tape off of it while I'm sitting here.
Color choices. Morning Pansy Shimmer from the Parage Posse. Artist left, Ultramarine Blue. Soho, Phthalo Green Blue. Which one is this one? This one's not labeled.
That's probably Parage Posse. Purple. Oh, it might be the Liquitex.
Liquitex Purple.
Deep Violet, I think it is.
Lucas Indigo Blue. And Blick Bright Aqua Green.
Alan always goes first. Well,
Not
98% of the time.
I'm going to do a floating cup on this.
So I did put the Parage Posse jars on Etsy because we're not selling a lot of them. So they are open to the public now. I had to change the price though because of the shipping thing. So if you know people that aren't in the group that want to buy the paints, the jars are in Etsy. I noticed that my hair has been getting thinner since I started taking blood pressure medicine. But I think my thin hair is just a hereditary thing. Everybody in my family has thin hair, thin, fine hair.
I'm getting thinner hair too.
That's true, Brian. You don't get an eraser if you buy the jars.
Or a bottle.
There's no white in your cup?
Huh?
There's no white in your cup?
No.
You're going to end up with a muddy mess. You should shoot a thing of white down the middle.
Okay, who's going to vote for white in the middle?
What are you taking?
Brenda wants to know, can you still buy them from the Facebook group?
Oh, absolutely, Brenda. You guys can buy them from me via email. You don't even have to worry about, that's all part of the group. I've got lots of paint here, so we won't be running out anytime soon.
Half and half.
I would just squirt some white right down the middle to break up those colors, because otherwise you're going to have that muddled mess like you had a couple weeks ago.
That's how you learn,
It's
right?
too many dark colors, though.
Yeah, but it's on a gray background.
It has nothing to do with the painting itself, baby.
Okay, we got white in the middle. It's an Oreo cookie now.
Did you have to say Oreo?
I did.
Hey, Spicy's here. Hey,
Hello,
Spicy.
Spicy.
Now you do a floating cup. Is that what you're doing?
That's what I'm doing.
Brian's like, get a spatula ready.
Spatula for what?
I don't know. I don't live inside Brian's mind. I was just going to say that, Brian. It's probably a good thing I don't live inside Brian's mind.
But he's got so many ideas that he's got to get out. He needs some help. And just at least a little suction. Look at how that thing just opened up.
Nice. This one's definitely going to see resin. Hey, Teresa. Looks pretty, babe. Look at that lacing. I don't know why our camera's focusing in and out tonight. You can keep pushing that cup, babe. Don't be scared. He is methodical, isn't he, Shell? Hey, Jan. Haven't seen you in a while. Yikes.
Yikes, what?
Jan's working 2 jobs now. Thank you, Mary. We're doing good, Jan. I'm sure you heard about us getting swatted.
Shh. We don't want to relive the horrors of that night.
It wasn't a horror. Not scared. Don't lose that lacing up there. You already smushed it.
What lacing?
Never mind. Yeah, we were scared in the moment, but we're good. Well, I wouldn't say we were scared. We were just kind of shocked that somebody would actually do that to us. But it's all good. Okay, babe.
Yeah.
That baby blue is probably whatever the white mixed with, because there's nothing here in front of him that has that. Unless it's
The
that,
ultramarine.
is it the turquoise color? Gary, we use spot on treadmill silicone, and I do 1 drop for every 2 ounces of paint. Shelly said leave some negative space. Yeah, I like that corner up there, those 2 corners. It's like a fish face.
Fish face?
Like a creature from the sea.
Other kind of. Items will pop up here. What I don't like. This end over here, I got really nice designs there, but
End up change as it sits too, though.
there is some purple coming up through there. I think that's that morning pansy. What do you think, guys? Oh, sorry about that. The white really only showed its face in one area here and a little there. I think that's time for the drying rack. Time?
What?
How much time?
It's 9:35. Don't forget to wipe your edges.
See, that wouldn't be a good marathon runner because
I know you did really well on New Year's Eve with time.
I used to run cross country. Just run.
Gary, the little divots that you see are silicone, but this will all dry flat, and the silicone will just be on the top. We clean that off when it dries. Yeah, there is purple in there, but on the camera it looks blue. Even the green showed up. What green did you use?
The phthalo green blue from Soho. Drying rack.
As far back as you can go.
Oh, look at all those skins.
I have 2 piles in the curing rack right now.
Well, I think
You can pull if you want. since we don't have tiles. Hi, Spicy. Thanks for coming. I have dipped them before, Marilyn. They come out pretty.
Why is it the best part of your skin is always left on the knife?
I don't know. Probably because when you stretch it out on the paper, it opens up and all those cells come on the knife.
Do you want a purple one or no?
Take whatever you want. Pick and choose.
Gotta do it.
Deb, I have plenty of skins. If anybody wants them, just let me know. I mean, I can pull like a little selection for you and send you a few. In the beginning, I was just telling everybody, if you send me a self-addressed stamped envelope, enough for probably 2 ounces, I can send you a few.
I think Maria's still waiting for hers.
Maria's just, she said, oh, I want that one. I think it was the last one that you did. We're going to start writing your name on the back. Send it to the P.O. Box, Deb. That address is below the video. Which reminds me, we need to pay the P.O. Box bill.
Yes. I would think after all the activity that we've had that they would just let us have it for free next time.
I know. Oh, Maria just posted the P.O. Box address.
Because she's the bomb.
She's the bomb diggity. We both have been so busy we don't have time to chit chat. I'm doing a collab with Tammy Anderson. I'm going to work on that tomorrow. I got to find out when she's going to load hers.
What you gonna do, hon?
I'm not sure yet.
What size canvas would you like?
10 by 20.
10 by 20. Well, you wanted to show a piece first.
Yeah, I'm
right?
gonna show that. Yeah, I love Tammy. She's a riot. All right, so here's the cradle panel I did. It dried really pretty. And that's got the 2-inch depth on it. So now I'll retape this before I resin it. And then I'll probably varnish this, because I don't think I'd want to paint it.
Where did you find that 6x24?
These are from the Jerry show.
They don't have those in the store.
Yeah, they do. I put on the bottom of this video is the direct link for these birch boards. I know some people were buying them, but I love the colors in this one.
Do you prefer birch board over canvas, or?
Well, sometimes you got to be careful when you're pouring on birch boards. These are the pre-gessoed. Sometimes they'll warp, so they'll bubble up, but as they dry, they go back down, and you may end up with just a tiny dome, and which is great for when you're doing resin, so you don't have to worry about it being sunk in.
They're bidding on it already. Carrie said 40. Brenda said 45.
It's going to be more than that with resin.
Carrie's got 50. I didn't even know we were auctioning tonight.
No, we're not auctioning. Let's see.
Kristen said 60. Marie's got 100.
This is the cloud pour video. This came out really pretty too. Look at them.
Poor Mary.
And the infinity pour that I did, I think this was Saturday's video. It dried pretty too.
All right, now you guys are just making us feel good. Carrie's up to 175. Shelly says, well, 500.
Careful, Shell. You'll be spending your retreat money. Yep. I need to put my apron back on. You didn't wear an apron, did you?
I did not.
I'm surprised you didn't get paint on you.
That's because I'm neat and orderly. I'm OCD.
Yeah, that's not happening in this lifetime.
Miley said there's a human in that painting.
Okay. So since I don't have regular base white,
You have other colors, though.
I have milk paint. I'm not sure what this is.
Yeah,
Just leave it. Just leave it. I'm going to use milk paint, and we're going to do a flip and drag with it.
So Gary wants to know, do you resin cover any of your work?
Probably about 25% of it. I have to really look at a piece to resin. Not everybody likes a resin coating. So I kind of let them speak to me, and especially if they don't have silicone in them, I'm more apt to resin. But that one has silicone, so it'd have to be cleaned really well before I can resin that. All right, so this is the milk paint. So we probably will do another auction towards the end of the month. Because I'm going to have to pay the vet bill. And move some product. I need to put some paintings in Etsy that I've been sitting on. And I don't know why I've been sitting on them.
You're not supposed to sit on your paintings.
Well, not physically sitting on them, but they're just paintings that you're like, well, you know, sometimes you just don't want to let them go yet. And then I have a few people that email me and say they want them and then they don't follow through. So
Cecilia says, don't hurry. She has to go, but she'll be back in 3 to 5 minutes.
go have your smoke. I'll still be putting white down probably. Okay.
Are you moving at my pace?
No. I'm just really tired today for some reason. I don't know why. It's not like, oh, I cleaned the house yesterday. That might be why I'm tired.
Hello, kitty. Brian had to go fold laundry. Brian, we got a couple loads in the dryer ready to go too.
No, we don't. I love how you say we have things. We don't have things. That's probably what I'll do tomorrow, though. Okay, so since it's milk paint, I'm going to go ahead and use silicone in my cup. And spray my cup with the WD-40 silicone spray. That'll help release my paint.
Hello, Camille. Glad you could join us. She's late, but had to work in an event in the office.
We're only on number 2.
Brian says, what's up with the tiny canvases tonight?
Storage area. Storage problems. Okay. I'm trying to think what colors I want to
Mylene
use.
is inviting everyone for her 40th birthday on October 5th.
Okay, so I'm going to go with our Deep Lagoon Shimmer and the Lucas Gold Bronze. I think I'll put some Moody Blue in there. This is a Payne's Gray color. I wonder if I put some Laguna in there, if that would work with that Payne's Gray. We'll find out.
Maria wants to be 40 again.
I'd like to be 40 again. Hell, I'd like to be 50 again. Well, if we're going to shoot for 40, let's just shoot for 29. All right, I'm going to put the Payne's Gray in first. And then I'll do the yellow. And then the gold bronze.
Gary wants to know, what's the largest pour you've done? 24 by 36?
Yeah, I think just 24 by 36. We have a huge canvas that we've been putting off. We have a lot of big canvases sitting here that we haven't touched yet. Just a tiny swirl in there. We can't fit them here to do videos.
Actually, Maria's right. The kitchen table with resin.
Yeah, the kitchen table was what?
36 by 36?
No, it's bigger than that. It's 40 something. Go measure it.
I'll be right back.
He is too. He's going to go measure it.
April's going to be 40 in 2 weeks.
I think it's 42 by 42, Alan. All right, let me poke a hole in there.
Be right back.
We know. You don't go far. Okay. So I'm just gliding that paint right on top of that white.
I was closer.
What is it?
38 by 38.
38 by 38. Well, neener for you too.
Kristen's going to be 55 in 2 weeks.
Okay, let me give that a quick torch.
Well, it must have been a cold January. That's all I can think. All these.
There's a lot of birthdays in
September.
September. It's like, you know, they were doing it in December. Christopher was a preemie. That doesn't count. Christopher was supposed to be born the end of October.
Welcome, Shell. Glad you could join us. She said, this is amazing seeing this live.
We do it every Monday night, 9 o'clock, right here. I'm just moving in some paint.
Brian's like, fine, but we know what he thinks 3 inches is.
Okay.
Rocking the blues tonight.
Actually, I have more green and Payne's gray. I didn't use any blue.
Payne's gray. It's a bluish gray.
Well, it is when it hits white. It's pretty. All right, guys, airbrush. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this here yet.
Brian says you need some purples.
I used the Deep Lagoon, Brian. That's your favorite color, isn't it? Isn't that the one you're running out of?
Kristen says she's got to get some of that gold bronze.
I know. I'll tell you what, Jerry's got a lot of my business this past month with that sale, and it's all over now. But the Lucas is on special. If you buy 3, you get a white free. And I got the Lucas fluid acrylics in from Jerry's to do a review. So that'll be coming up on the channel. And they gave me a discount code for you guys.
It says he's running out of them all.
They're so handy when they're already mixed. That's why I like having the paint wall.
Shelly says fall's coming. Time to get the leaf blower out.
Yep, soon as it cools down a little bit. You know, these 90-degree days are crazy for September.
Cheryl said she's going to be 70, I believe, October 5th, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that autocorrect, it should have said 30, right, Cheryl?
So I like to turn the canvas because I like to push it out instead of pulling it back.
That's got a good point. She says, should we be giving our birthdays out when identity theft is so prevalent?
I'll tell you what, we must have gave out some pertinent information that we got swatted. But it's over. It probably will never happen again. The police department has all of our contact information to call us first, so. I just worry about other artists that happening to them, you know. You know, they used to just go after the gamers, but now they're going after everybody. So it was someone that had our address, that's for sure. But you have these professional hacky people that game that I'm sure they could pay for that information.
Amy wants to know, did they find out the culprit?
Actually, they're still waiting on YouTube to send the participant list. and then I'll get with them. I also have a tad bit of information to give them this week that was shared to me by someone else. Just want to find out what the area code was on the burner phone.
Cheryl says she missed what happened.
We got swatted during our live auction. We had a SWAT team here of about 27 police officers that surrounded our house very quietly. If you watch the live auction from August 18th, you can listen to it at the 1 hour and 10 minute mark.
It says our address is all over the place. Well, actually, most people's addresses are. And one of the problems that you have in living in some smaller towns or cities is how many people with the same names actually reside in the area. So it's not a good idea to give out your personal information.
Well, that's why we use our post office box. But when we ship our paintings out, we ship with our mailing address. But that doesn't even matter because they can still get your address. All they need is your name. I think I'm going to leave this one alone. I love the wispy edges. Yeah. We have people that pop in and give us a thumbs down. Whatever. I don't take anything to heart anymore. Most YouTube artists get thumbs downs all the time. Sometimes it's a jealousy thing. Sometimes it's just a jerk.
Sometimes they just don't like it. Got a couple love it's on that. April even gave you a red heart.
A red heart.
Gary says there's one in every bar.
Yep. And you know what? I don't care. It doesn't bother me. If I let that stuff bother me, I'd go insane.
Well, thank you, Beth. She says you can take this to heart. We love you guys.
And we love you guys. That's why we're here every Monday night. We didn't let what happened to us bring us down.
No, we went live the next night.
We did. We went live the next night. So, on them, right?
We probably gained some viewers from the police department, too.
We did, because they were going to go check out our YouTube channel. Actually, even our finance officer is like, I'm going to go check out your channel. Don't sit there again. Yeah, that's what I say, Shell. Jerks. I don't know if you ever heard about swatting, Gary. Usually when people are doing a live stream, you'll get these kids, or probably adults do it too. They'll call the police department and say, like in our instance, it was that Ellen murdered me and was holding my two sons hostage and was going to kill the first police officer that came on our property. So they surrounded our property. They actually shut off our whole road, which is a mile long. It was just crazy. The only one that knew they were here was the dog.
But they were very professional.
Yep, they did their job.
They did their job. They took charge. They determined.
Not necessarily, Jan. They can look up my name in North Carolina. You know, a lot of times people say, where do you live in North Carolina? And usually I'll say, you know, north of Raleigh. So I'm like not getting out of town in that, but that doesn't matter. Because even on my art page, it says the town that we live in, because that's how Facebook is. But they can take that information and then they can put it into People Finder and match up like Alan's name with mine, and then they can get my son's names and whoever else might live here, and they can pay $9.95 to get my address and my phone number. So the week before I was at Molly's Artistry's auction, and she was getting bombarded with trolls. I mean, every bid was a troll. And I said, gosh, I hope they leave me alone next week when I do my auction. So I think I invited trouble if it was them. And if not, I kind of know who it might be. But until I get that report back from YouTube and go over it with detective and, you know, kind of match, I know who's here every Monday. We have a participant tab here to see who's here, and yeah, so whatever, it is what it is. We're fine. Didn't stop us. Yeah, if TJ would have been here or my granddaughter was here, think about my granddaughter being here too. It could have been totally different. But we are finding little notes from Miss Kaylee throughout the house. Found one on the refrigerator today. Then, you know, you don't pay attention to this stuff until you go to write something down. It's like, there's a little note from Kaylee. It says, do that. In the moment, Jan, I was like, I'm live. You know, I wanted to shut the stream down, but they wouldn't let me anywhere near my mouse on my desk to shut the stream down. So, but it was kind of a good thing because it shows people what can happen to you when you're doing a live. So in a way, it's a good thing. It's a lesson.
And we're all.
And it lasted all of what? 4 minutes, 5 minutes tops. They took us outside. Yeah, Brian, they wouldn't let me put my cigarette out. They took us outside and they said that someone had called and said this stuff. And they're like, I'm assuming you got pranked. And I'm like, yeah. And I want to know who did it. So they said, well, we'll have the detective call you next week. And he did.
Actually, he called us the next day, didn't he?
I think it was Tuesday night he called us. So, but we were right back in and ended the stream, you know, told everybody that, you know, we had to do some stuff with the police department. They stayed for about 45 minutes. Took down a bunch of information.
Checked out a couple paintings.
I just, you know, I don't know if it scared my kids or not, because, you know, to get a gun in your face. But they seem fine with it. So Christopher jokes about it all the time. Said, yeah, nothing like getting dragged out of your own house. They're gamers, so, you know, you just don't know if it was from them or if it was from us or if it was just somebody being a biatch. You just never know. But the rumor in the neighborhood was that we were a meth house and we had to get that fixed really quick. I couldn't even tell you that, Bri. I don't pay any attention to what they do on their router. I only pay attention to what I do on my router.
So I'm going with the Payne's gray background.
Yeah, so that was pretty crazy. We have some great neighbors that came to our defense, of course, and let everybody know what was going on. I know they don't play Fortnite or any of that. I can't remember what the one that Chris used to play is. Lori, no, I have not tried that Tri-Glass. I'm always afraid that stuff will yellow over time. I like to buy the good stuff, you know, the Liquitex varnish. And, you know, of course, the Stone Coat UV protected resin. That Payne's gray, I believe, is Soho, Shell. But remember, it's mixed with gunmetal metallic. 1 bottle of gunmetal metallic.
I bought all that too.
Oh my gosh, we had a hard time getting that. Now, it has nothing to do with Dorian, that's for sure. Dorian left us alone, thank God. We had a little bit of wind and a little bit of rain after we went to bed, and that was it. We got one on the cinders. There you go. Yeah, I'm glad we didn't get nailed. Our beach house did, though, where we're going in May. But I don't know if there's any damage. I'm going to call them and find out next week because we have to make a payment pretty soon. But I know the one, I saw a few beach houses in Nags Head that were damaged.
Which is just a little south of where we're going to be.
Yeah, it's only like, what, 5 miles down the road, if that. Not even. We'll be fine, Shell. They fix that stuff so quick because, you know, they want to be ready for the spring season. So if there's anything broken there, it'll be fixed immediately.
Which is another reason that we chose the month of May to go too.
Yeah, we don't want to go during hurricane season. And we talked about doing a retreat in September. I am so glad that we didn't do that.
I was actually in Myrtle Beach the week that Hugo came in. And we had to evacuate 3 days early from our vacation.
Hey, Amanda.
Okay, so I'm going to do an elevated strainer.
Jane, we're in North Carolina.
Just a fancy dollar store
Dollar General.
sink strainer. Using the silicone WD-40. You guys should be so proud of me. I've remembered like 2 weeks in a row.
I'm the one that's been forgetting lately. Yeah, the Bahamas. It's just so sad. Brian.
What?
Ooh, look at me. I'm Christina. I shop at Dollar General. I shop anywhere that's cheap, Brian.
DG.
I am a clearance shelf.
That ain't gonna work.
I don't want to say that word, whore.
You said it.
Yeah. I always go to the clearance rack first.
Okay, color choices.
Oh, you're going to let them pick?
Sure.
Hey, guys, he's asking for a few colors.
Ryan called you a junkie.
Nope. No, the store is junky.
Oh. Oh, Maria, come on.
Gold and white.
Is that a new color? Gold and white?
Gold and white.
Oh.
All the purples, Brian said.
Brian, are you on a
Shelley
purple
saying
kick?
blue. Purples with white.
I just want to say, this is
Carrie
not for me.
saying red.
Not
Gary
murderous
says
red.
ocean water colors, ocean wave colors. Sorry. Gold bronze. I hear you on that one, Kristen. Teal, aqua.
So we want a wave then. Does teal topaz count for teal?
Cindy, I'm glad you won Fiona's giveaway. Fuchsia. Yellow, pink, blue, and green.
Okay.
You got your colors?
No, I'm working on it.
Sea Mist Pearl. Sea Mist Pearl looks beautiful on Payne's Gray, by the way. It's in a small bottle. I saw it up there the other day. Check on the side over there.
Sea Mist Pearl. There's Blue Ice Pearl.
No, it's green. It's a minty greeny.
Oh, there it is.
It's right in the middle on the bottom shelf.
This one?
No, in the middle.
That's Peacock Pearl.
Oh, Sea Mist Pearl's in a big bottle. Should be right. Wow. No, that's Flash.
What's the Aqua Flash doing now?
We may have used it all. I think it's one I used up. I do have Lucas Arctic. It's right there, right by the black. Yep. Okay. So, yeah, I put a purple in there, too. Anytime you guys buffer, just refresh or go out and come back in.
Do I need the gold bronze along with the copper?
You what?
Do I need another, like the gold bronze? I know somebody called that out.
Use whatever you want. As far as long as they're not next to each other, you should be fine. I would put the gold bronze next to, yeah. You can still use the art.
Being messy.
He's got copper.
I have Liquitex copper
Why don't you use our copper?
because this bottle's almost empty.
Oh, okay. Beth wants to know where's the purple. Do you want to use purple? He's giving me a look, Beth.
Purple?
Yeah, I do have the silver bronze as well, Camille. I do have the silver bronze.
It's going to have to be like a lighter color on that.
Then don't use it. If you don't want to, you don't have to. Ellen, I'm going to be using that dark chocolate on my collab with Tammy Anderson. That will be this week.
Color choices: Lucas Arctic, Lucas Gold Bronze, Decor Teal Topaz, This is a berry, not purple,
Burgundy.
white, Liquitex copper, and Deco Art peacock pearl.
That's a lot of colors. And they all need to be shook, don't they?
Yes.
So while you're shaking those, let me show them that silver bronze. Here it is. This is the silver bronze. There's just a hint of bronze in it. Hey, Canella.
Starting off with the teal topaz from Deco Art.
I love dark brown with pink or turquoise. It just goes together so nice.
Followed by the Lucas Gold bronze. Then the Lucas Arctic. I don't use that color very often.
It's very, very light. That's probably why.
The burgundy.
That's homemade burgundy. I made it myself.
Tad bit of white. Liquitex copper.
I've never heard of King's Art Metallics.
Peacock pearl. I'm sliding off to one side.
What? Are you not level? Forgot what I was going to do. Hey, Carla. Are you going to break this up with any white or black?
I have white.
Oh, you have white? Okay. That's odd, Kathy. Those flash paints have a funky smell to them anyway. But if it didn't pour right, it probably was something wrong with it. Lisa, we use gunmetal metallic. So if we use when we're doing our base paint, if we use 1 cup of Payne's Gray, we use 1 2-ounce bottle of gunmetal metallic. You are leaning on that side. I think we're due for a new cardboard in there too. I think we've leaned on it too much.
One more round.
It should pour okay, Kath, if you mix it correctly. You know, if you don't get it too thin, it should pour fine. As long as it's not chunky or separating a lot. I've been seeing some beautiful artwork with our paints, by the way, Alan. Everybody posting videos and pictures. And
I've been watching some of them too. And,
Brian's triptych was phenomenal. Just letting you know that, Brian. Loved it.
is that the one you used all the paint on?
Probably. We are really leaning.
I can even this out a little.
Pull your cup over to the end so that the corner doesn't dip at all. That should fix it. All the way out. There you go. Either way, you're over now, and you can't break the tension, so it's gonna keep going. There you go. It's coming back this way now. I can see it moving.
Kind of in slow motion, like me.
I know Alan needs to make some paintings for his channel, that's for sure. He's working 12 hours a day again.
Just give it a little help here.
Get it back in the middle there. What is that red color? Oh, that burgundy. It's like, where did that come from? I know, Brian. Get on him. I think he wants to play outside with canvas and paints. We have so much paint left over from New Year's Eve. And we have, I think, 3 24 by 36 canvases for him to play with. I want to get that leaf blower out and try a Dutch pour with it.
Shh. Somebody's gonna do it before you do it.
I don't care. So quiet.
I'm thinking real hard. Can't you see the smoke?
No. Yeah, I know. For a big canvas, that's a lot of white. And Floetrol. Well, that's if you don't use Floetrol, that's a lot of pouring medium and water to add. Yeah, Alan's done one with the leaf blower when he first started painting, so he didn't understand the whole muddy thing. He blew all the paint towards the middle instead of blowing it out.
I had the concept.
Your heart was in it.
I just...
Poor color choice.
Well, it wasn't really that even. I was more afraid of getting paint all over the house.
I didn't care. You were on the patio with elastic. I didn't care.
Oh, but I did because I would have been the one cleaning it up.
Hey, Mary Ellen. I'm going to put Mary Ellen in charge of the new stickers, the new labels that are coming. She's going to have to know where they're at. Yeah, Rob did make a mess with that balloon.
I'd do that too if I knew I wasn't going to get in trouble.
Nate, it's hard when you're working, isn't it? I know when I used to take care of TJ and try to come out here and paint, it was hard.
Do that from under there.
Okay, Marianne told me to put them with the yarn again so we know where they're at. What's that, Teresa? She has an idea. Camille, he's up walking on his prosthetic during therapy. And he's getting very chubby. But
Fat.
he's being very demanding lately, too. And actually, they called while we were at the vet. So I need to listen to that voicemail when we get done.
I like what's happening here with that teal topaz along the gray.
Yeah, he gets very excited, Camille, when we come visit because he has to show us his prosthetic leg.
I almost want to take the airbrush to it, but I went a little overboard on the copper.
That would be a good idea, Teresa. An online gallery of some sort.
One more torch.
Oh, we're doing a Praj Posse retreat at the beach in May. We have 13 rooms that sold out quick. So we're hoping. We'll see how it goes next year. If it does really well, maybe we'll get a bigger beach house. I don't know. Oh, brick and mortar. Yeah, I'm really excited about the beach retreat. I wish we could paint the whole week we're there, but there's just no way to bring wet paintings home.
How many days?
I don't know.
What's the countdown?
I don't know.
Shelley?
$250, Alan.
Exactly.
I don't think so, Maria. I haven't seen any pictures of anything that damaged up that way. Ocracoke Island got a lot of damage though. And that's the one where you take the ferry to the island. They got flooded bad.
I don't see anything worth scooping on skins there. So I'm going to clean up.
Teresa, if I could find a building available in our area, I would have already nabbed it for a poorhouse. I haven't done any local shows. And when we go to shows, I don't see any paint pours there. So I don't think anybody in my area is pouring paint. Are they too mucky?
Yeah.
They're too mucky.
You're up. Batter up.
Batter up. Can I have a walk?
What?
A walk? What haven't we done in a while?
Brian, that's your cue.
Yeah.
Kim wants to know, did anyone go to the convention in Orlando?
No. I didn't have a very good turnout either, I don't think.
Carla says, all the more reason for you to go to these shows and take your paintings, Christina.
Yeah. Well, I'm definitely going to Art in the Carolinas to buy supplies, but if Amy's pouring paint, I'm going to get in there and paint with her. No suggestions, huh?
Shelly says something with character.
Character.
I'm right here.
Yeah, okay. I have a 16-inch round.
Oh, Brian called you a scaredy cat. He's done with that.
I know, and I still haven't done a video for him.
Mylene's still here too?
Let's see. I already did a flip and drag. And the cloud paint didn't affect it at all, which was weird because usually I get major cloud. When you use silicone with cloud paint, usually the clouds don't work.
Kim said there wasn't a lot of people.
No.
Nate said basket weave dirty pour. Linda's calling it string pull.
We could do a flip cup and then do a yarn pull over that. Have you guys seen one of those from me before? Because I've done them before.
Beck's calling for a swipe with a yarn pull. Camille says ribbon pour. Side injection pour. Payne's gray flower pull. Is Gary still here?
For what?
I know he was asking about resin paintings.
All right, let me get some gloves on.
These are a couple of...
Oh yeah, this is one that I resined. Came out nice. I have to clean all the dust off of it though. That was a bottle bottom with silver, and I think I used the pearl and black, or it could have been white. Maybe it was white instead of pearl. Yeah, it was white.
You can see the reflection from the resin on it.
Yeah. And then I have this one that I have to take the tape off, or take the things off yet. This is an older painting. See, but I put cardboard in the back. So when I'm resining that second coat, I put it up on cups to push that cardboard up so that it goes over the sides. And you don't get those sides that don't get resin on them.
Yeah, I think Tina was struggling. I saw a post from her with both resin and varnish. Any hints for people on that, or no?
Well, with the varnish, the thing is you want to get enough down on the first coat so you can get it on there. And then the second coat, you're going to, I always hashtag. So I'll go one way and then I'll go this way. So it's, you can always turn your painting and do it again the other way on each coat. So you're doing 3 coats. But varnishing, it's getting the right brush, first of all. We use the Hake brush, and that's goat's hair, and the right kind of varnish. Brian does his with the t-shirt method. I think it's Wanda, Brian, that has that video out, where you use the Liquitex gloss mixed 50-50 with water. Use an old t-shirt and just wipe it on. And then they dry very fast. So you just do like probably 4 or 5 coats of that way.
Amanda says both of those should be in a gallery.
I still have my beach painting. I'm just not wanting to give that up at all. But I haven't hung it in my house either. All right, so I'm going to do a flip cup. I want to use some neutral colors on here, so I'm probably going to do beiges and gold, and let's see.
Teresa Antrim wants to know, where do you find round canvases?
These are from Hobby Lobby. They aren't on sale this week, but they'll probably be on sale next week. Or are they on sale this week?
I don't know.
No, they were on sale last week, so they'll be on sale next week. It's every other week with Hobby Lobby. So let's see. That should be enough paint for that. Yeah, I'm going to spray my cup. Can you get some yarn out for me? So let's use our Parage Posse paints on this one.
That's too thick, isn't it?
When these are on sale, I can get the big 16-inch. I think they're $4.99 on sale. It's the red one. I think it's in the other bin.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've sprayed my cup. I need white. Let's go with Christina's Laguna. And we'll put some military green in there. These are the Parage Posse paints that are available through the group. Or you can email me at ChristinaWelchArt@yahoo.com. And I can give you more information. So I am going to put a little Deep Lagoon in there for contrast, just a little bit. We'll go with the Lucas. Well, let's try a different gold.
Marilyn says the aqua would be pretty with the colors.
Yeah, I can put an aqua in there. I'll do the Sleeping Beauty turquoise. So I'll get a gold in there and a little bit of turquoise. That'll help me decide what color I want to pull my yarn with too. So let's put some white in the cup.
Jan was saying she never saw those. You're selling paints now?
Yeah, we're selling. I'm ready to pour, and we also have it in a jar. There are 5 ounces of paint in the jar. And I have these available. These are the same price as the bottles, but you'll get 2 bottles out of one of these. It'll fill this bottle twice. But yeah, they all have a shimmer to them too. It's not a big shimmer. It's just a little hint of color, a little hint of shimmer. But we have 12 colors of these plus the 4 metallics. Actually, I need to use our gold. Let's use our gold.
Christina's gold?
No, it's called Gold Rush. So we'll put that gold back.
Brian's saying magenta and aqua.
I don't want any pink in here, Brian. No, Brian. All right, so here's where I'll put the Laguna. And then a little military green, not a lot. With the gold. And the deep lagoon.
Says no pink.
We do have pink. We have bubblegum. We have 12 colors. No pink in here, though. All right, so go back with this Sleeping Beauty turquoise.
Uh-oh. Brian's mad. He says, it's the first time I heard you say you get 2 bottles out of the jars.
Why is he mad?
He says, it's the first time he heard that.
I've been saying that since day one, Brian. Open your ears. Okay. I have to fill this cup because I have to cover this canvas. So we got to tilt a lot of this off to do that pull. So we don't want to leave a lot of paint on the canvas.
Amanda says, I bet you had fun choosing the paint color names. Actually,
It was a struggle. You know, I gave Alan his red, so he was happy about that.
well, you knew that was coming. Sorry, Brian. You didn't say mad. You're right. Okay, so Carla says, just to confirm, you aren't using base paint.
Nope. We're going to do a flip cup.
No, Shelly, it's not called Murder Red.
And these do have silicone in them, so we're going to have cells. That's pretty, just like it is.
It's not my baby poop shimmer.
Here comes Eddie.
Roll it around.
Love that gold. I'm really loving the metallics that we mixed up.
Becca says that's too pretty to do anything too.
I know. I'm looking at it that way too.
Amy says composition's great too.
And everybody showed up for the party, even the turquoise.
Amanda says you need to send those colors to Anne Marie Ritteroff.
Now, I would need an orange in there for her. She loves her little orange and browns. I love her color palettes too.
Everybody's like, leave it.
I know. I don't know if I want to do a yarn pull on that.
You get time to do another one. Jan says, no string pull on that. It's too beautiful.
Yeah, it's too
Ellen
pretty.
said same thing. Don't pull anything through. Amy says, stop. Alex said she can't wait to see that next week. Carrie says it's perfect like it is. Beth, I think everybody has convinced her not to do anything to it. Okay, Carla says she doesn't want to beat a dead horse, but she got a question. What are the rules for when to use a base paint and when not to?
Anytime you're doing a design, let's say a bottle bottom pour, a strainer pour, a ring pour, you can kind of get away with it because you can put it on the outside after you do the initial ring. Anytime you don't want your pattern to fold over when you're tilting, you'll want to use a base coat. I see so many people do like bottle bottom pours and they don't put a base down. And as they tilt, the petals all roll over itself and they lose that whole composition of that flower. And most people that do that are new people to pouring. They really don't know yet. But we've found over the years that we've been pouring, well, that I've been pouring, certain things you have to have a base coat for. And a lot of things you don't. Like a flip cup like this, you don't have to. Don't waste your paint because you're going to tilt it all off anyways. This is really pretty, guys.
Hello, Miriam.
Look at that gold.
Angela Q's got a question. Isn't it concerning that the silicone will go straight to the canvas?
No.
I mean, without a base coat.
No, not necessarily. If your paint's too thin, it's more apt to happen. You want to keep your paint running a little thicker. Let me see if I can show you. Let me move this out of the way. And I can show you what I'm talking about as far as consistency. The paints that we are doing in the bottles run on a heavier side. A lot of people order them without the silicone so they can just put some in a cup. If they want to thin it down, they can, or they can add silicone in a cup because I paint almost every day. So I leave the silicone in the bottle. But when I'm talking about consistency, let's see, probably can see it really well on this one. When you put your paint, pour it off your stick, you want to see a little mound and a thing that goes away within 3 seconds. So you want it just thick enough to hold itself on the stick without running off. Another thing you can try too to see if your paint's at the right consistency, run your finger through the stick. See how it doesn't go back together? That's when you know your consistency is perfect. When you pick up your stick and it runs off without breaking, you want to look for that mound. And then do the little circle. If it stays more than the 3 seconds, it's a little too thick. So then you want to add a little bit more Floetrol. I do not use water in my paint. The only paint we put water in is the base paint. And that's because we use that as a flowing agent. We don't use that for any other reason. You know, it's just background paint.
So Brian had the question: do you tilt a little faster if you don't use a base paint?
No, I still tilt slow.
Maria says, feel free to pull some of those skins for her.
I see these right here.
And Amy wants to know, if you finish your cup with white or black, the silicone is less likely to hit canvas first too, right?
No, I don't think so. I put silicone in my white and my black.
Beck says, looking at that, her paint is way too thin. Thank you.
Yep. I hope those darken up when they dry. They're a little light. Oops, wrong side. This is waterproof photo paper. This paint skin stays right on this paper. I do not try to peel it off. If you want to peel your skins, put them on a silicone mat. Let them dry for a few days before you peel them off, and then let them cure. They still have to cure. Can't see it. Can't see it. One more. I want some more of that gold.
So Brian says, good color pick for that demonstration. And Shelley agrees that so many people show with dark colors and you can't see. Good job, hon.
Thanks. Okay, let me move these out. Oh, they're selling up now. Pretty, pretty, pretty.
There you go, Maria. Jan says that's going to make beautiful jewelry.
I have so much jewelry in my Etsy shop right now, and I haven't even put the snap jewelry in yet. My paint skin jewelry, some of it is like, I didn't even want to put it in there because it was so pretty. And my mother, when we were at the beach in May, she got me good. She took a lot of jewelry. Because you just sit and you look at it and you're like, oh, that's so pretty. It's so pretty. But,
And then Lisa.
and yeah, and then my brother's ex-wife was there and she bought a bunch too. But we don't mind. That goes on the yellow because that's a newer one.
So you can do a string pull then?
I don't know. It's 5 to 11. Why do I not have a blue cap out here for that? Well, we'll do a string pull on a flip next week.
That looks like quality turquoise.
Isn't that's why I called it Sleeping Beauty, because I have some Sleeping Beauty turquoise that's very close to this color that I very rarely make jewelry. Oh, look at that. I missed that one. I have to pull that skin. I got one paper left without cutting more. Ah, so pretty. That would have been a pretty tile. Yeah, I'm loving these paints. I really am.
Good night, Camille. Thank you for joining us. BG wants to know, have you done any plastic wrap paintings?
I did one and it didn't come out. It was when they first,
Good night, Amy.
when everybody first started doing them. I really need to try some new stuff. Seems like everybody's watching Dutch pours all of a sudden. There's so many things I want to do. I just don't have time.
Bonnie said she ordered 3 jars. Now she's ready for 3 to 4 bottles.
Yeah, the jars are good for people that want to use their own pouring mediums. The bottled paints, I do use GAC and I do use Liquitex pouring medium in these, so you shouldn't get any cracking. and Floetrol and another pouring medium. Gotta have a secret ingredient. Actually, we have 2 secret ingredients. And they're done with quality paints. I use Soho, Lucas, Amsterdam, Grumbacher. You know, it's not any chintzy craft paint that I'm making these paints with, and they're all custom made. Nothing is straight out of a tube. They're all blended, and the iridescent medium is added.
The shot says Fiona is the queen of dip and reverse dips.
Fiona is awesome. Her channel has just exploded. When she joined our group, we talked her into doing a channel. She had 1,000 subscribers by the end of the week. She's at 54,000 subscribers right now. So good for her. She deserves every bit of it. She has taught everybody how to dip a flower. And
Mary Ellen says she loves the Sleeping Beauty. Says it shows up great in the 2 that she did with it. And they're ready for cleaning. I
really love that one, and I love the Deep Lagoon because it has a lot of shimmer in it. The Galaxy Blue, you can really see the shimmer in that one too. The Parage Posse Purple was made just for our Posse girls. This is a custom mix just for our group, and it's the color of our group logo. So the Morning Pansy is a beautiful dioxazine violet. Allen's Red Shimmer, it's kind of like on the Azo Reds. A little bit of crimson. The Bubblegum Shimmer has got a lot of magenta in it. My Laguna, I tried to tend to go to a Naples yellow, but I wanted more yellow and not the ochre color. The Moody Blue is a Payne's Gray with gunmetal metallic, but it's 3 different Payne's Grays mixed together. The Dark Chocolate is 2 different browns and an umber, sienna, to make this. So when it's wet, it looks like milk chocolate, but when it's dry, it looks more like dark chocolate.
Jamie says uses plastic water bottles to mix paint, and the squeeze bottles cause a lot of bubbles.
Well, if you shake your paints about a half an hour to an hour before you're going to paint, your bubbles will all come up. This is the Chestnut Bronze. This is the Copper Penny. And then the Gold Rush, of course, that we just used. It's pretty close to the 24 karat gold, and it does react. And then we have our Silver Spoon, which is a gorgeous color when it's dry. Reminds me of aluminum.
Good night to all those that are leaving. Amanda's got to be to work in 6 hours for a 12-hour shift. But she said thanks for cheering her up.
Thank you guys for watching tonight. I have videos for the rest of the week. I do show how to mix the cloud paint on the video. I think that's going up tomorrow. Not positive. I'd have to look.
Eden's got a question. It says, I have can rolls. Which paint should I use to avoid absorbing?
She has what?
Can rolls.
Are they canvas panels? I don't understand what that means. I didn't see it. So, yep, if you want to order paints, if you're a member of the posse, all the information is there. If you're not a member of the posse and you still want to order paint, contact me at Christina Welch Art at yahoo.com. If you buy the 12 colors, you'll get a 10% discount, but you do have to pay the shipping. And then we have the 4 additional metallics that you can purchase as well. You can get them with or without silicone. If you want to paint a lot, get them with the silicone if you want cells. Or you can just pour them in cups and add your own silicone. And we also have it in the jars if you want to mix your own.
Jamie says that he was late getting in and wanted to know if he can watch it, the rerun or the replay of
Yeah,
this.
it takes about 45 minutes for it to load up onto YouTube. So just be patient. It'll be there. You can watch it tomorrow. And you can enable the chat so you can see questions that were asked. Because sometimes we just answer a question and you don't know why we do that.
And Michelle wants to know, how much is shipping?
Depends where you live. I found that shipping to like Texas We're in North Carolina, so shipping to Texas is about $33. We have not found a priority flat rate box that we could break it into to go to California, because California shipping is like astronomical, and so is like Oregon, Washington. Anything on that West Coast is very high. But if we could find some flat rate boxes that we could fit the 12 bottles into 2 different boxes, it would only cost, like maybe 30 some bucks to ship instead of 40 something. But these boxes weigh like 10 pounds, 5 ounces with the 12 colors. So that's a lot of weight.
Bonnie wants to know, do we have to pay priority shipping?
It's the same price as if we did it first class. We checked UPS, we checked FedEx, and what was the other one we checked? There was another one we checked. Those rates were all higher than priority mail. So we want those paints to get to you in 2 days. We don't want them sitting out for 10 days, 2 to 3 days tops, because they're freshly mixed for every order. So any other questions? Yep, I make sure I get you the cheapest shipping rate. I just don't throw it at you and say this is what you're paying. So,
and we also package very carefully.
Yeah, we definitely use popcorn peanuts, and these are all wrapped in a plastic bag, and we put popcorn peanuts all around them and on top. And we haven't had anybody say they've had a leaker yet. The paints do have a pressure seal that's on the inside of the cap, so you'll have to remove that when you get them. And you get your erasers to cover the tops. They're all color coded.
Bonnie said she got hers really very fast.
Yep, they come very fast because we know you want to play with them, so we don't want them sitting out there.
Yep.
So, if there's no more questions, we'll see you guys next Monday night. We'll probably have information about when we'll do our next auction next Monday.
Yeah, go watch Brian's unboxing video.
Yeah, Brian has a great unboxing video on the paints. So check out Brian's channel. And I think that's about it.
Thank you, Bonnie. She says we love you guys. You rock. We
Thank
love you all too.
Yes, we love you guys very much. So, if you have any questions that I didn't cover tonight, reach out to me either in the group or via my email, ChristinaWelchArt@yahoo.com. Get those questions answered for you. If you're looking for products, check out our Amazon shop. You can get the pouring trays, the torches, the airbrush cups, gloves, everything is in there. So have yourselves a great week, and we will see you next Monday night. Bye now.
Good night.